But you'll have a chance to repeat yourself.
No, I'm not going to. You know me,
Yes, oh,
Switzerland.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, guys, go ahead.
The big thing to you, winning a one-goal game where things could have gone wrong.
Exactly. And I don't think it was, I mean, I think there was a couple of times in the third there, we didn't make great decisions and Hemi had to come up big, but I didn't think it was a hang-on for dear life type third period. I thought for the most of the third, we had some good shifts, especially the first 2 or 3, and unfortunately we just got ourselves in penalty trouble, and that's a discipline thing, and we're going to have to work at that.
Having just a week under some of the younger guys' belts, how do you think they played their first?
I'm happy with the young guys. I really am. You know, I could go down each one of them, and I thought they did a nice job. They kept their composure for the most part. They're all playing pretty significant roles. All those things, you know, when we talk about a lack of experience, those are going to help an experience, because we all know every night in college hockey, I don't care if it's in league or out of league, is going to be like that. UConn is a team that's, again, I've said this before, underrated. Their league is underrated. This is what you get every night. These kids play in the same leagues that our kids play in juniors, and they're proud, and they're a good team. So no matter who we play, it's going to be that. Now for our guys, it's a great test, and I thought we did a good job to keep our composure and stay focused and get the win.
When you look at the penalties, is it a lack of discipline? Is it the game being called tight?
I think it's a little combination of both, Kevin. You know, early in the year, the referees want to set the tone, and I totally agree. The hooking, the you know, kind of the slashing from behind, those kind of things, the hands up in the face, that has to go. I mean, this wasn't a one-sided thing. I mean, we had 8 power plays, they had 10. I mean, it was called tight both ways. So we have to learn from that discipline-wise. And do a better job in adjusting it. And usually, young guys will adjust. They'll, you know, okay, if this is going to be a penalty, then I won't do that. You know, that's what we find. And we're not gonna have 10 penalty kill situations every night. That's just not going to happen. If guys can't stay in the penalty box, well, then they won't be playing or they won't be out there.
And the penalty killing was good.
Yeah, I thought for the most part, you know, you start with your goaltender, and the 5-on-3 made a good save, you know, or a really good save. I thought there was a couple times we chose the worst of 2 evils versus the better of 2 evils, and we over pursued. But it's something that you kind of take the good with the bad when you're a pressure penalty kill. That's what happens. Kids make quick decisions just reacting, and sometimes it's not the right one. And especially, you know, I know it's been mentioned here when you've only been at it a week. But I thought all in all, we found a way. And 1 for 10 in terms of results is pretty good. And the one they got was off the rush. You know, it wasn't even a set play. It was a set play off the rush, and they did a great job of executing it and scoring. But it wasn't like it was a set play in zone where we didn't have assignments.
And then the power play scored twice, too.
Yeah, no, obviously, again, and how many times, right? Yep. You know, 2-1 game. Our power play was 2, theirs was 1. I mean, special teams wins hockey games. I wish we could have continued with the success we had in the first period. Didn't happen because we had our chances. You know, this wasn't something we didn't get our opportunities. We had our opportunities. I just thought we played a good game, and at times a really good game. And I thought we did some nice things in the power play, but I liked our play 5-on-5, you know, again, at times, especially what we created in the offensive zone. I thought there was some guys that were really jumping down there.
Do you feel like you're better equipped to win special teams games this year?
Than last year?
Yes.
Absolutely. Now that, you know, we were last probably in combined special teams last year, so that's not saying a whole lot. But yes, we're better equipped. I think our penalty killers returning are a year older and a year more used to the system. Our young guys are guys that are going to pick up the system quickly. And then the power play, I think we have more guys that can make plays in the power play within the framework that we want to play.
I know statistically it's not hard to be any worse than last year, but I mean,
yes, I know what you're saying. I'm not trying to be sarcastic about it. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We have more guys that are capable of, again, I'm not saying we within the framework of our game last year, I didn't think we had enough guys capable of making our special teams good enough. This year we have more. I'm not saying our game plan is right, but it's our game plan, and we need guys that can play within that framework. And we have more guys that can make us successful on both sides of the special teams, penalty kill and power play.
And then when you said going up and down the line for the young guys, are you including the sophomores in this too?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, I always do that. You know, our young guys are you know, the underclassmen as far as I'm concerned, and that includes the sophomores. But, I mean, I think the question was more framed towards the freshmen, but I was happy with the way the sophomores played too, and I consider them young guys. But they're older of our younger guys. So, you know, I think we're going to be talking about young guys every night because that's what we have.
And then Hammy was good.
Yeah, Hemi was good. But that's, again, that's an expectation, right? You know, I thought there was other guys that were good, but Andrew was good, and that's what we expect him to be. Now we regroup. I think the shots were like 39-21. I mean, he had to make some big saves. Of those 21, I mean, that may not even be right. That may be a little skewed our way. But, you know, it wasn't, you know, we've talked about this before. We don't want him to have to save 40 shots a night. 40 shots a weekend, that he can do. I thought their goalie played very well, too. I don't know much about him. I know he played in St. Louis in the North American League, which is a winning franchise, but I thought he played very well.
Any injuries or suspensions among the guys that are scratched?
Among the guys that are scratched, other than Mark Rodriguez, no, there's no injuries. There's coach's decisions there.
And then White and Galley.
I go back. Wyatt hurt his groin. It was something that he was trying to play through starting Wednesday, and it really got bad yesterday. And today we don't want this was one of those things with a goaltender who relies on those areas to be flexible and to be sharp. It was getting worse, so we shut it down, and he was on board with that. And now we're going to have to rest a little bit.
So probably won't play for a while.
Well, we'll have to see how it goes tomorrow. I didn't even hear about it till this morning, but apparently it's been something he's been dealing with since Wednesday. So he's been trying, as all young kids do, try to fight through it and not worry about it. I think it was something now he has to start to focus on and think about it. So we'll see. It'll be day to day for now. Good?
All right, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.